Picture this, you're in a bustling German city, navigating through conversations with ease and confidence. How did you get here? Practice. Yes, practice is your trusty steed in the exciting journey of language learning. Now, let's unpack that a bit. You see, when it comes to mastering a language, there's no magic wand or secret potion. It's all about rolling up your sleeves and diving into practice. Practice that's consistent, engaging, and, yes, even a bit challenging. Think of it as a workout, but for your brain. Just as your muscles need regular exercise to grow stronger, your language skills need consistent practice to improve. And not just any practice, but a variety that targets different aspects of the language. It's like adding different exercises to your gym routine. You wouldn't do just push-ups every day, would you? You'd mix in some cardio, some strength training, maybe some flexibility exercises. It's the same with language learning. Regular practice that includes vocabulary drills, grammar exercises, pronunciation work, and listening skills helps you become a well-rounded language learner. Now you might be thinking, that sounds like a lot of work. And you're right. But here's the thing, it doesn't have to be boring. In fact, it can be a lot of fun. Imagine yourself twisting your tongue around quirky phrases, distinguishing between similar sounds and decoding rapid conversations. All these activities not only enhance your language skills, but also make the learning journey enjoyable. And the payoff? Imagine yourself understanding a fast-paced German conversation, or correctly pronouncing that tricky word you've been stumbling over. It's a feeling of accomplishment that's hard to beat. So, whether you're a beginner dipping your toes in the language pool, or a seasoned learner looking to polish your skills, remember this: practice is your key to success. It's the vehicle that takes you from stuttering and stumbling to speaking with ease and confidence. So, brace yourself for an exciting journey filled with listening drills, tongue twisters, and minimal pairs. Ready to dive in? Imagine being able to understand every word of a German conversation. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? Well, listening drills can help you get there. Listening drills are an effective method to improve your understanding of the German language. They're all about training your ears to pick up the unique sounds, rhythm, and intonation of the language. You'll be exposed to real-world German language as it's spoken by native speakers, helping you to get a feel for the language beyond the textbook. Here's how it works. We'll play a short audio clip in German, then pause to discuss what was said. This gives you the chance not only to hear the language, but also to understand its context and meaning. After each audio clip, we'll provide a translation and break down the phrases or sentences, so you can see how the language is structured. For example, you may hear a simple conversation like, "Hallo, wie geht es dir?" which translates to, "Hello, how are you?" Or a more complex sentence such as, "Ich freue mich auf das Wochenende, weil ich dann endlich ausschlafen kann." In English, this means I am looking forward to the weekend because I can finally sleep in. By repeating these sentences, you'll be practicing not only your listening skills, but also your pronunciation. Try to mimic the speaker's accent and pace. It's okay if you can't get every word right away. It's all part of the learning process. Let's try another one. Listen closely. Kannst du mir bitte das Salz reichen? This means, can you please pass me the salt? Did you catch that? Excellent. Remember, the more you expose yourself to the language, the more familiar it will become. With each listening drill, you're training your ear to recognize the sounds and patterns of German. Remember, the key to mastering listening skills is consistency. Keep practicing these drills, and soon German conversations will be a piece of cake for you. Ever tried saying Fischers, Fritz fischt, Frische Fischer? Welcome to the world of German tongue twisters. Now you might be wondering, why tongue twisters? Well, tongue twisters are a fantastic tool for language learning. They are fun, engaging, and can really help you improve your pronunciation skills. They challenge you to produce sounds and rhythms that might not come naturally, helping you become more comfortable with the unique sounds of the German language. So, are you ready to twist your tongue a little? Let's start with a simple one. Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut and Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid. This means red cabbage remains red cabbage and a wedding dress remains a wedding dress. Let's say it slowly first. Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut und Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid. Now let's pick up the pace. Blaukraut bleibt Blaukraut und Brautkleid bleibt Brautkleid. Feeling the burn yet? Let's take it up a notch. Here's a slightly more challenging one. Zwischen zwei Zwetschgenzweigen sitzen zwei Säcken schwarze, tschechisch, zwitschernde Zwergschwalben. This translates to, between two plum branches sit two coal-black, Czech, chirping dwarf swallows. Let's break it down. Zwischen zwei Zwetschgenzweigen sitzen zwei Säcke schwarze, tschechisch, zwitschernde Zwergschwalben. Now try saying it faster. Zwischen zwei Zwetschgenzweigen sitzen zwei Säcken schwarze, tschechisch, zwitschernde Zwergschwalben. Phew, that was a mouthful, wasn't it? But don't worry if you stumbled a bit. Remember, the key is to keep practicing. The more you practice, the more your tongue and brain will get used to these unique combinations of sounds, and the better your pronunciation will become. So go ahead and try these tongue twisters out. Repeat them over and over again until you can say them without tripping over your words. And remember, it's not just about speed, it's also about accuracy. So take your time and have fun with it. Tongue twisters might seem challenging at first, but they are a fun and effective way to improve your pronunciation. Keep practicing. What's the difference between bad and bet? Welcome to the intriguing world of minimal pairs. Minimal pairs in the realm of language learning are two words that differ in only one sound. They play a vital role in honing your pronunciation skills and refining your listening abilities. When it comes to German, mastering minimal pairs can make the difference between saying you're going for a swim, schwimmen, and saying you're going for a climb, klettern. Now, let's dive into some examples. Take bad and bet, for instance. Bad means bath and bet means bed. The only difference between these two words is the vowel sound. The former has a short A sound, while the latter has a short E sound. Another example would be rat and rad. Rat means advice and rad means wheel. Again, the words are almost identical except for their final consonant sound. How about weg and weg? Wait, aren't they the same word? Not quite. The first weg means away and the second one means way. The distinction here is subtle but important. In the first weg, the E is pronounced like the E in bed. In the second weg, it's pronounced like the A in day. You see, the beauty of minimal pairs is they train your ears to the subtle sound differences in a new language, enhancing your listening comprehension. They also guide you in accurate pronunciation, helping you avoid common mix-ups. Remember, it's not just about saying the words correctly, but also hearing them right. As you practice, try to listen to the words in isolation and within sentences. This will help you understand the impact of these subtle differences in real-life conversations. With regular practice of minimal pairs, you'll soon be able to distinguish even the most subtle differences in sounds. So keep practicing and make progress. Congratulations! You've taken a significant leap in your language learning journey today. We've navigated through engaging exercises together, each designed to tune your ears and tongue to the beautiful sounds and rhythms of the German language. Let's take a moment to recap. We began with listening drills, immersing ourselves in the flow of German conversation. This is a crucial step to understanding the language's unique nuances and rhythms. Remember, it's okay if you didn't catch every word. The goal is to train your ears to distinguish sounds and words, and with time, you'll find yourself comprehending more and more. Next, we ventured into the world of tongue twisters, those fun and sometimes silly phrases that can twist our tongues in knots. But don't be fooled by the laughs. These are powerful tools for mastering pronunciation. Try to incorporate these into your daily routine. Challenge yourself to say them faster, smoother. Before you know it, you'll be nailing those tricky sounds with ease. Then we delved into minimal pairs, those subtly different sounds that can change the meaning of a word. This exercise is all about fine-tuning your listening and pronunciation skills. It might seem daunting at first, but remember, practice makes perfect. With consistent effort, you'll soon be distinguishing those sounds like a native speaker. Now, as we wrap up, I invite you to keep practicing. Whether it's during your morning coffee, on your commute, or in the quiet moments before bed, find a little time each day to practice these exercises. And remember, every bit of practice, no matter how small, brings you closer to fluency. Language learning is a journey, not a destination. Enjoy the process, celebrate your progress, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. They're just stepping stones on your path to mastery. Remember, every word, every phrase, and every tongue twister you practice takes you one step closer to mastering German. So, immerse yourself in the sounds and rhythms of the language. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be conversing in German like a pro.